Alright, so I just got these in today, and I got to try them at my brother-in-law's restaurant. I didn't get a chance to actually record me trying them because it was a little bit loud in there, but I didn't have anything out at the house to try them on. So, here's what I have to say about these sauces. Every single one of them, great flavor. All of them taste really, really good. Actually, I guess I could grab just a nice little spoon. Now, we have the least of all of these, Sweet Sting. This one, honestly, kind of tastes like a sweet, like Chinese kind of sauce, like something you'd put on Chinese seafood. It's actually, I like it. I dig it a lot. But for the level of spicy things that I eat, it's got no spice for me. Maybe for someone that doesn't even eat Tabasco sauce, that might be a little bit too spicy. But, I mean, this makes Tabasco sauce look like a habanero. It's really good though. The flavor, excellent. I'm going to definitely take some of the shrimp and everything that I get from the restaurant, and I'm going to put that on it. It's really good. Now, the butt bubbler. Let's put a little bit on a spoon here. It's got a nice good color. It's probably the best consistency out of all of them. It doesn't pour out like liquid. The other ones have a little bit of a problem with being a little bit too liquidy, but that's okay because they still taste really good. This one's got a little bit more of a kick, but it's definitely not overbearing. I mean, the kick on this one is about as, I'd say on par with like Tabasco habanero version. Like a little bit more, but nothing too much. But it's not sweet. The Sweet Sting has a good sweetness to it. This one is more of your serious, like, tabletop hot sauce that you can get at a really good Mexican restaurant. So that one's really good. Now, Gut Grenade. As far as flavor, this one is definitely my favorite. It's very liquid though, so you need to be careful that you don't pour too much because it is made with Serranos, right? See, just that quick little pour, and it was just already all over my spoon. It's got great flavor because Serranos are just great tasting peppers, but it's got a decent amount of heat. It's got probably the best mix of heat and flavor. It's really, really good. I like it though, mainly because Serranos are one of my favorite peppers. Now it gets a little bit more of a bite. Now, for the Mexorcist. This one, pretty good heat. Still not as brutal as what I will personally eat, but it's got pretty good flavor. It's got a good consistency. You're not gonna just dump this on your hot wings by accident. But, you know, this one's a good little step up from the Gut Grenade. And this is more for, like, if you want to make a good pot of chili with some good flavor in it and a decent amount of heat without adding too much heat, that would be perfect. Absolutely perfect for a pot of chili. Now, Taste Bud Trauma. This one is very liquidy. I'm going to see if I can actually shake this up and hopefully some of those particles make it a little bit thicker, but it is, you have to be careful with this one. It will just dump on you. I should have phrased that different, especially talking about hot sauces. Now, Taste Bud Trauma. This one, surprisingly, has a good amount of heat, good amount of flavor, and it's actually a little bit sweet. which surprised me. This one, if I'm going to go by flavor profile, this is my number 1. And this is my very close number 2. So, I mean, they're both really good tasting hot sauces. But I like the Gut Grenade better just because it's not as liquid, but they're both about the same. But this one, that sweetness that comes with it, really, really good. Like, it's sweet and spicy, and it's just great mix. I mean, it ain't the last dab by any means. I'll eat that, mixed in with, my A1 sauce and dip my steak in it, which I do consistently. So, I'm used to a very high level of spice all the time. But all of these, as far as their flavors and the level of spice that they bring to the table, all passing grades on the flavors, hands down. As far as the spice goes, this one does fail, but that's okay because the flavor that it has more than makes up for it, and it has a really good place with certain types of food, and it'd just be perfect to cook with. Honestly, this one would probably be one of the best ones to cook with because you're not going to burn everyone's mouth out with it. It's going to add a really good flavor. I mean, my Chinese father-in-law that doesn't like any hot sauces or anything like that at all, he had me, I had him try it, and he was kind of skittish because he knows how spicy I like things. But after I let him try it, he's like, hey, pour some more on my plate. I was like, all right. So poured a little bit more on his plate. He really liked it. But yeah, this one probably surprised me the most because honestly, I was kind of hoping it was going to be a little bit more spicy than what it is. But that sweet and spicy together makes that a great sauce. This one's still my favorite flavor, but this one, like I said, is a very, very close second. All very good hot sauces. And like I said, this one, great for a pot of chili. This is your just basic general, you got some fucking tacos at the house. By all means, drown them in that. You're eating Chinese food, this was perfect for that. And this one is just like an anything sauce. This one, being sweet, it's going to probably limit, what most people are going to find really tasty. But even just the sauce by itself is really delicious. Like, if I wanted to make a spicy meatloaf, I would definitely mix some of this in with, either just the meat itself or some of the ketchup, so that way you get that little bit of sweet and spicy flavor in it too. There's definite applications for this, but honestly, that I could almost just drink that one. And this one, I will probably put on everything. This one's probably not going to last to the end of the week. But yeah, that's my little mini review of the Hungry Boy hot sauces by, The Boys Podcast. Because we got narrator was responsible for this one. We had Mully responsible for this one. We had Josh responsible for this one. Eddie responsible for this one. And Juicy responsible for this one. So, all of them very good. Not as spicy as what I was expecting or hoping for. But flavor, knocked it out of the park. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. And honestly, even though this one's supposed to be like the middle ground, as far as spicy kick, this one's probably the one that hits you the most. Either this one or this one. This one is supposed to be the most spicy, but honestly, these two, it comes out a lot more. This one, the sweetness that's in it, it kind of, mutes the spicy a little bit, but not in a bad way. It's really good. I like it.